Euclid's Elements, Book 3, Proposition 3. If in a circle, a straight line through the center bisect another straight line not through the center, then it cuts it at right angles. Conversely, if it cuts it at right angles, it also bisects it. So here's our situation. We have a circle, and running through the center of the circle, we have a line, and it's going to bisect a line not through the center. So let's have a straight line not through the center being bisected by another line that is running through the center. Call this point of intersection E, we'll call this center F. So if CD, which runs through the center of the circle, bisects line AB, then we're going to prove that it cuts it at right angles. And then we're going to prove the converse. If it cuts it at right angles, then it also bisects it. So we'll start with our first given. Our first given is this. So we'll keep track of what we're doing. Y. So we have CD, which is through the center. That's given. We have AB, another straight line, not through the center. And we've bisected it. CD bisects AB, so that AE is equal to EB. And this is likewise a given. So what we're trying to prove is that this angle CEB, well, is a right angle. So this angle and this angle will be right. So the first thing we can do is we can connect FA, the center, to B. And obviously these are radii of a circle, and all radii of the same circle are equal. So AF is equal to FB. And we can note, we already know earlier that AE and EB are equal. That's marked. And we also have this third line in common between these two triangles. FE is common to both triangles. So we have two triangles where this side is equal to this side is equal to this side, and this side is in common. So this is a side situation. So according to Book 1, Prop 8, when we have a side, we have equal corresponding parts. In particular, we know that this angle here is equal to this angle here. So angle FEA is equal to angle FEB. Furthermore, we know from definition 10 that if a line is set up on another line such that it makes two equal angles, then both of those angles are right. So this is a right angle, and this is a right angle. So let's write that in there. That's a right angle, and that's a right angle. And that's exactly what we're trying to prove, that this angle here, CEB, is a right angle. So we've done that. Now let's look at the converse of this proof. Now we're going to start with right angles. So this line is going to cut this line at right angles. Now we're going to prove that it also bisects it. So we're going to prove now, so given, so we'll start with a new given. Our new given is this, that angle FEA and angle FEB are right angles. And we're going, from that, we're going to prove that it also bisects AB, namely that AE will be equal to EB. So we're going to use the same construction because all these things are still true. This is still equal to this is in common. What we can look at is triangle AFB, this bigger triangle. It has two equal sides, so it's an isosceles triangle, and we know from Book 1, Prop 5, that the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So we know this angle here is equal to this angle here. So we'll call this angle 1 and angle 2. So we know angle 1 is equal to angle 2 as base angles of an isosceles triangle. Now let's look at this little triangle and this little triangle, both right triangles. And we have angle, so angle 1 equal to angle 1, angle 2 equal to angle 2, and a side in common. So we have angle, angle, side. And that should remind us of Prop 26 of Book 1, which is our angle, angle, side proof for the equality of triangles. And it proves the triangles are equal and all the corresponding parts are equal. Particularly, it proves that this base is equal to this base. And so AE is equal to EB. And that's, of course, what we're trying to prove. So that's both parts of this proof, and we have done it. So we conclude QED.